So this week for our discussion, we were going to be doing Planet Zoo. So Planet Zoo is the next title from a company called Frontier Developments, I'm pretty sure their name is. But they made a game called Planet Coaster. So Planet Coaster was like a spiritual follow-up to Roller Coaster Tycoon.
I remember that.
And Planet Zoo is a follow-up to like Zoo Tycoon.
Got it.
And because I enjoy games like 2 Point Hospital, City Skylines, I like a decent few sim games. I've never played Zoo Tycoon, and I was like, you know what, it might be fun if me and Nick sit down and try and build a zoo.
I guess, I was going to say that the advantage of doing what we're actually doing instead of Zoo Tycoon is that we would have probably spent a very long time on it, probably like a few sort of hours until we've got something sort of on Zoo Tycoon that we can really get into this.
Yeah, well, the thing is, I was going to spend it came out, Tuesday. I was going to spend an evening or two just understand the mechanics so I could basically just take you through it.
Right, okay.
Because from the reviews I've been reading, the management is quite difficult. Like, the zoo stuff is fine, but actually the management part of it is not.
Well, I was going to say it would be a
easy.
longer setup.
Yeah, longer setup than what we ended up doing.
Well, but what we ended up doing actually had a pretty fucking long setup itself.
So instead, I made the decision to get Planet Zoo refunded because it wasn't working on my broken computer, and I used that money instead to get Mario and Sonic at the Olympic Games Tokyo 2020. The fourth time they've done this. First was in 2008, and they did London and Rio, and now it's Tokyo, which is kind of fitting because obviously both Mario and Sonic are from Japan.
Yes.
Yeah, so we've got later this week there'll be our first impressions, where we sit down to do the story, and my god, does the story drag its feet.
That's what I mean. The setup on that is probably just as long as it would be for Zoo Tycoon.
We have 1 or 2 videos of gameplay of commentary to upload, and we do 2 events. But anyway, so the big thing, well, for anyone who doesn't know, Mario and Sonic at the Olympic Games is your Mario Universe characters and your Sonic Universe characters coming together to do your very traditional Olympic events, such as your sprints, your running, your kayaking. New additions this time, I think, are climbing, karate.
Your typical sort of Olympics events. You got your hoverboard, and you've got
so you've also on top of the usual, you've got the dream events in quotes, which have been in there since the beginning.
Dance floor karate. You know.
Yeah, this time there's only 3 this time, which I swear is less than even the DS version I had back in the day.
Really.
Which is what, racing,
karate, and
shooting.
Dream shooting. Was it dream shooting?
Yeah.
We didn't get to play that actually, did we?
Well, we've played about 2 hours, I think.
Yeah.
Total. But yeah, and then the big addition for this time was the 2D events.
Yes.
So the 2D events, there is a decent amount. There's about 12 or something, isn't there?
Should we say there's some spoilers for the story mode here as well?
Yeah, there's spoilers for the story mode if you care about the story mode of an Olympics.
Also, as soon as within the first minute, you can work out what the entire rest of the story is going to be.
Yeah. Well, let me put it this way: the story has to have the 8-bit games in it.
Yes, and within the. Okay, anyway, sorry, carry on.
So therefore, the story has to somehow, and also what I did actually think was quite good, as much as it doesn't really make sense as soon as you think about it, is that the 8-bit games are all Tokyo 1964, when the last time Japan held the Olympics.
Yeah.
Which I think is the last time Japan held the Olympics. Don't at me. It's a lot simpler, the controls in the 8-bit events from what we play.
Yes, you can only play it with the sort of buttons rather than the motion of the what are they called, Joy-Cons.
Yeah, and also actually I kind of appreciated that most of the games had at least 2 ways to play.
Yes.
The retro ones is all buttons, but the modern ones you could do motion controls or you could opt not to.
Some very dodgy hand actions in those motion controls there.
As all motion controls, you had. Sometimes it didn't feel like what you're doing was the motion that you would do in that situation. So from that perspective, it was quite good. What games did we play? So we did some.
Archery.
We did some archery, which we chose to use the analog stick for, and actually
that would have worked really well on
the motion controls. And then we did
rugby. And we did a couple of 100 meters during the
story mode.
So we did one of the classic 100 meters, one of the 64 100 meters, and then one of the modern 100 meters.
Yeah,
which was quite cool.
And then the story we did also the gymnastics, which didn't go well.
Oh yeah, the gymnastics were bad.
Or I was just bad at them. Yeah, we did Rugby Sevens, which actually was really fun.
Rugby Sevens
is not
favourite.
a new addition for this one. I think it was added in the Rio Olympics. But I quite enjoyed that.
I had a lot of fun on that one.
Yeah. And some standard ones are back, like hurdles and relay and marathon, which I think is just, the same mechanics, but you're just going further. And to be honest, it's a lot of fun still.
I feel like there's a lot on there, actually.
Yeah, I was going to say, I was expecting it to be okay, this is similar to what I played back in, the first one. They've just updated the graphics. And for a few of them, that's true, because, to be honest, there's not very many ways you can do the 100-metre sprint.
No.
But I felt what they added actually was pretty good. I think the story was funny, but, it just took ages to get anywhere.
Yeah, because, I was saying, if you watch our first impressions video, you'll get a sense of this, but, I feel like maybe they should have opened with just one event or something.
Yeah.
Like a sprint or something.
And the story opens
on a track
just before an event.
Yeah. And
you do the event, and then the story kind of launches off of there. Because it did take us about 10 minutes to get to the first event.
I think it might have been longer.
And you've got two sets of overworld. You've got the 8-bit overworld and the regular overworld, which are
it's cool contrast.
Yeah. And it's very well designed, and to be honest, I can see myself taking it to parties.
And then the going round Tokyo kind of section as well, where you can go from one map to the other kind of thing and do the different events from there. I think it's quite a neat addition. Reminds me of the one they have on Smash.
Yeah, the overworld kind of stuff. I'd say if you're looking for a party game for your Switch, you can't go wrong with it really, because I think it's up to 4 players.
I think I had the 2008, was it the first one?
Yeah.
I think I had that on my Wii, and this seems a lot more.
It seems like they polished it a lot.
Yeah, definitely.
And there seems to be a lot of depth to it. They're obviously within 2 hours and 2 hours maybe.
How much is the game?
So I think because I got it at launch, it was 50 quid.
Oh, okay, that's quite a lot.
But then that's the standard price of Switch games.
Yeah, I mean, that's the thing. Is just to be honest, it looks comprehensive enough when you just have all the game options in front of you.
Yeah,
because you've got it's really interesting that you've got the 2D stuff and the 3D stuff, and then the fact that there's a story mode with quite a cool environment as well. I feel like I mentioned it on the first impressions video, but the cutscenes, I wish there was a bit more animation into those. But then again, it is quite a big game already, and that would have added maybe quite a bit more complication. But no, I had a lot of fun playing it. Again, the story mode itself does drag a little bit, and there's a couple of frustrating characters because there's a lot of. We were about to spoil a bit of where the story goes, and so there's a point where you're sort of trying to find a character in the modern day, and the kind of the actual gameplay gets in the way of plot.
No, the plot gets in the way of gameplay.
No, I think it's the other way, because you kind of want to go and find this character, but then a character's
because they want to make you play the game, but they also the story moves at a snail's pace. So all you're trying to do is find one character, and every time you turn up somewhere, someone's like, "Yeah, I'll help you, but first let's do this event."
Yeah.
And they've really got no sense of urgency.
Considering the plot is quite dramatic,
it's reasonably serious stakes if you considered it in that. Considered it.
Yeah.
But yeah, Mario and Sonic at the Olympics is good.
What would you give it out of a full thumbs up?
Oh, we're not doing this again, are we?
Yes, we
This is what 90 degrees thumbs up is the best.
Yes.
I would give it a 60-degree thumb up.
I'd give it about 60-degree thumb up.
I think you could I was expecting it actually to be more janky and more I wasn't expecting to have. I mean, there are going to be games in it that are going to be probably bad, and there's going to be ones that you your go-tos. But for a party game, it's a good one to get.
Yeah.
Hi, Phill here, co-host of the Cynical Optimists podcast and editor of this video. If you liked what you heard here today, listen to our podcast on Apple Podcasts, SoundCloud or Spotify. We talk film, gaming and TV news, and then we'll usually do a discussion about some recent release, either in gaming or film. If you want to see the Let's Play kind of gameplay video that we did alongside this, it should be one of these end cards you can see, or you'll be able to find it on this channel. If you liked what you heard, subscribe on here or follow us on one of the audio apps, wherever you get your podcasts from. Thanks.